Hello guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'll be talking about the mindset that you need to get the best mark that you can at A-level. Before I continue, I'd like to thank Victory Learning for making this video possible. Victory Learning is a company which provides students with access to some of the best tutors in London, those studying at Imperial, at UCL, and some tutors that have even studied at Oxford and Cambridge. And of course, those four universities are only just the beginning. They also have a fantastic group of educational consultants. I myself have tutored for Victory, but also have been involved in their fantastic charity work. So with no further ado, let's talk about your mindset. Mindset is very important when it comes to A-levels. Your A-level course is 2 years. It's hard, I know, I went through it myself. And from having been through it, I can tell you that if you put yourself into the right mindset, you'll start enjoying A-levels. And instead of A-levels being 2 years of hard, boring work, your A-levels will be fun, they'll be interesting. And although there will be a lot of work to get those top grades, if your mindset is correct, you'll be motivated to get through that hard work because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So what do I mean by this mindset, and how can you develop this mindset? Firstly, we need to understand the point of A-levels. A-levels are the highest qualifications that you're going to get when leaving from secondary school. You could consider them a reasonable reflection of your academic potential. Now what's really important is that universities, recruiters, and a lot of other people will be looking at your A-level grades. And so it's really important that when you do have the chance of getting good grades in these A-levels, when you have the opportunity to have an impact on these grades, that you take this opportunity. Because once you do those exams and once you get those grades, you can't change them. They're with you for life. So what I'm trying to tell you is, when you're doing these A-levels, you might as well try your best. It's only for 2 years, and after these 2 years you'll have a nice long summer holiday to relax, and so the sacrifice that you'll make will be more than worth it. From my experience, people who have done well in their A-levels have all said one thing in common. The subjects that they've done well in are subjects that they enjoyed. So even if you are doing a subject that you currently find really hard, you need to try and find ways of enjoying that subject. Maybe you haven't spent time looking into that subject, maybe you haven't read into it deep enough, maybe you simply haven't bothered learning about that subject yet. So what I'm trying to exaggerate is that if you really come to like your subject, that subject will become easy to an extent. And when you're doing work, it won't be as much of a chore. For all the subjects you're taking, try and develop some passion for each and every one of them. A lot of people who do well at A-levels realise that in order to get through all the work that they have to end up getting those high grades, they need to make a few sacrifices. Now, this may involve you not going out as often, this may involve you watching less TV, right? What's important is that you realise the importance of these exams and you prioritise them. Of course, you still want to maintain a good social life, you still want to maintain a few sporting activities. You should never let go of your extracurricular activities completely, because you need them to have a healthy mindset. When you are studying for your A-levels, think about it as an investment. Right, you're losing out on a bit of fun now, but the benefits you'll have in the future from doing well in A-levels far outweighs the short-lived fun that you'll have now. The sacrifice that you are making to do this work is completely worth it. And I'm telling you this from personal experience. There were many times when I was just sitting on my desk revising where I thought, wait, why am I sitting here and working? Why am I not going to the cinema? Why am I not spending more time with friends? And while sitting around like this, thinking about all of this, I realised that by making this sacrifice now, by sitting here at my desk and working instead of having a bit more fun, a few years down the line, I would reap many benefits. And from having done that, from having gone through it, it is definitely worth it. By getting good grades, by doing as well as you can, you prove to yourself that if you put in hard work, that you can get the rewards that come at the end of that. And once you develop this way of thinking, you will be unstoppable. You will realise that if you want to achieve something, all you need to do is put your mind to it and put in the hard work. And whatever you dream of achieving is completely achievable. And from having done my A-levels, I really developed a mindset which was nothing is unachievable. You can achieve anything you want. if you put your mind to it, you work efficiently, you work ruthlessly, and you let nothing come in the way of that. So to summarise this video, I hope that you too can see that the mindset that I had when I was studying for my A-levels was one of determination. I was motivated, I was ready to make sacrifices, and I realised that by doing well, I could open many more doors for myself in the future. And of course, doing well is relative. If you have a certain set of grades that you want to achieve, that at the moment you think is difficult, all I want to tell you is that you are more than capable of achieving those grades. You can do even better than those grades that you're currently thinking about. Now, particularly when revising, you might be writing pages and pages of notes, and sometimes you'll end up with a stack of notes. I had a stack of past papers which was about 30 centimeters high at one point. Of course, your revision strategy has to also be in line with this motivation that you've developed, with this mindset that you now have. You can't be working inefficiently because you have so much content to go through. So I suggest that when it comes to revision, you do past papers, you are very neat with your notes, and you spend time understanding your notes, and also make sure to understand concepts. If you understand what you're learning about as you're going through it all, then when you come to revise it, it'll be 10 times easier. Furthermore, you might want to keep a diary. You might want to make a checklist that you want to complete at the end of each day. If you give yourself targets for every day of every week, then before you know it, you'll be flying through the work that you have to do. So thank you for watching, and I really hope that this A-level series is proving useful to you guys. I was hoping to sort of give you an idea of the sort of mindset that I had when I was studying for my A-levels. Of course, like I said, it is tough, but if you have this disciplined and motivated approach to your work, then you can do amazingly in your A-levels. I'd like to thank Victory Learning once again for making this video possible. So yeah, that's all from me today. Take care, guys.